Shocking a narcissist. This is one of my favorite videos. Shocking a narcissist. This is what we're going to be talking about in this video. This is about disrupting their typical behavior, and it undermines their sense of control. If this is you, I got you. Watch this video. Hello my friends, I hope that you're all doing really well. So in this video today, we're going to be shocking a narcissist, of course, and of course we want to do this. But remember, don't get too much into your ego about this, because we're not going to be playing fire with fire. This is the smart way, okay? This is the person's smart way on how to shock a narcissist. You don't need to go head to head with them. No, this isn't about any of that. We're not playing games. What we are going to do here is talk about all of these tactics, all of these things that you can do. Okay, we're not using dark psychology here, my friends. We're not doing that. We're better than that, all right? We're smarter than that, okay? Just quickly want to mention that I do go live on this channel at the end of every month, every Tuesday at the end of every month. Do check the community tab, because I do post when I'm going to be going live, but it's usually every Tuesday at the end of every month. Guys, come on over. I'd love to see you there. Right. Let's shock them. Okay, first of all, what you've got to remember, if you're going to shock a narcissist or a toxic person, it means that you're disrupting their cycle of thoughts, their behavior, and you're basically minimizing their control over you. So what you've got to do is you've got to change up your behavior. Ultimately, you've got to become unpredictable, because as we know, the narcissist would have studied your body language, your facial expressions. They know your triggers. They actually know your triggers. So you've got to become unpredictable to the narcissist. So how do you do that? This is what we'll talk about. The first thing is, when you are doing this, you've got to protect yourself. You've got to put in place protective measures. So you've got to, first of all, establish what your boundaries are, what you're willing to accept and what you're not. And it's almost like you've got to remain a little bit detached. Narcissists often, they expect people to bend to their will, all right, because they think that they've got this influence over you. So that's ultimately manipulation. Again, they're very grandiose. They're like, yeah, whatever, I can do this. That's the way that they think. Maybe not that terminology, but you know what I mean. So they think that you will do whatever it is that they want you to do. And because you have done in the past, no disrespect here, guys, don't kill me for saying this, but you have done in the past. Because of course, you care about this person, you have feelings, you have emotions, and of course you would have done that because you trusted them and what have you. But now you're not doing that. That's going to shock them, because again, you're becoming unpredictable. You're not behaving in the same way that you have done before. You've got no non-negotiable standards. They hate this. They're really going to hate this. They're not going to like this. So they know that they're going to have to work a little bit harder to get what they want. But they're not going to get what they want, but they don't realize that at the time. Stick to your limits without exception. The next one that is going to make you really powerful, all right, is you've got to remain emotionally detached. If you detach emotionally from this person, this is going to shock them. Ultimately, this is going to shock them, because the reason why they're coming to you or coming back to you is because you validate them. You give them attention. So when you're not doing that, they're going to hate this. When you are someone, okay, that thrives on people's emotional validation, you want this person to give you this attention, to give you their time, their energy. This means a lot. I know you're probably thinking it's not even a big deal, but for a narcissist it is. For someone like that who is really motivated in this way, this is going to be a really big deal. So what that looks like is you're not going to give them the emotional responses that you did before. And I understand getting to that point of detachment is going to take time. First of all, it's going to take understanding. You've got to understand what you're dealing with here, all right? So educate yourself, all right? Knowledge is power. And then understand that this person thrives on these certain things, because you take that away. You need to stay calm and you need to stay detached. And this will render the narcissist powerless over you. They know your triggers. My friends, they know your triggers. They've studied you, your facial expressions, your body language. They know you. So what you have to do is know that they're going to use these certain tactics. Stay calm, detached, and ignore. The other thing is you have to remain independent. Self self-sufficiency. Show that you are not dependent on this person, that you can stand on your own 2 feet, that you don't need them for anything. The narcissist will want to make you dependent on them, whether that's financially, emotionally, attention-wise, validation-wise. You don't need them for any of those things. And I know for some of you, it might take a little bit of time to be able to achieve this, but showing that you are self-sufficient, you don't need the narcissist for anything, this is also going to weaken them. You need to be able to make your own decisions independently without seeking their approval or their input. And I know those of you that have been in long-term relationships with them, this is going to be a little bit more trickier to achieve. But the thing is, if you go back and you're telling them, like reporting or saying, oh, how do you think I did? Or this is how my day went, or, you know, I've got flat tires, this is difficult. They're going to know that you need them. So again, they'll reestablish the control over you, and that's how they get power over you. Self-sufficiency, my friends. You can do this. The other one that they're going to be really shocked at is you call out their behavior. All right, this is, but be careful when you do this, because you don't want to enrage them. You got to do this in a clever way, calmly, possibly even subtly, if that is a thing, because a narcissist is going to feel rather exposed, or rather a little bit like, ah, they've noticed. Oh, okay, so I've got to change my game, because a narcissist expects you to be compliant. All right, ultimately, they expect you to do what they tell you to do. So confrontation for a narcissist could be startling for them. Point out contradictions in their actions and their words. But then again, I've got to say, detach from it. Don't expect a decent answer or an answer that makes sense. You're not going to get to the bottom of this. They're never going to say sorry. So just for this point, just do this when you feel comfortable. The other one, and I think this is the most important one, thrive without them. Personal success. Achieve your life. Do you. Okay? And I'm sure that a lot of you are so capable of doing this, because that toxic energy or that narcissistic, that heavy energy that they got, they always just drag you down. They suck from you. Whilst you've not got this anymore in your life, you will elevate. You will move forward from this. You will feel great. You'll achieve what it is that you want, because you don't have that cognitive fog. You are able to make decisions and think, you know, carefully think about what is right for you. Do this independently. This will shock them. And I tell you something, they're going to really hate the fact that you are doing good without them. They're going to hate this. This could even value you. I did a video all about this, check this out. But yeah, they might even revalue you, and they might up their game to try and get you in. Refuse to play their games. You've got to refuse to play their stupid games. Remember, this is all about mind games. So no engagement in their drama. Refuse to be drawn into their arguments, into you having to justify yourself. Staying out of the game, not reacting the way that you did before, is going to shock them. It's so going to shock them, because they're going to use your triggers against you. This is ultimately what I was saying before. The other thing that's going to shock them is if you just leave the relationship, if you just leave suddenly, this is just going to literally fry their mind. Okay, when you just leave and you go no contact. I know this is not possible for every single person, but for those of you that is, just go. Like, why do you even want to stay in this? Like, why do you even want to play these games? So just think about leaving, go. For those of you who can't, just literally stay inaccessible to them, like, so they can't access you. I know that this isn't easy, and these are the certain things that are going to shock the narcissist. Ultimately, it's about you leveling up yourself, thinking about this in a different, playing with a new set of rules. And I say playing because this is all mind games. Ultimately, it's about showing that this person doesn't have any control over you anymore. Like, you are done playing these games. Okay, you can so do this, and you will realize that having this person out of your life, not sucking on your energy, you know, not having this cognitive fog, constantly having to just, you know, revalidate this person, like, how much can you do? So think about these points in this, and it's not about getting your own back and then getting back with the narcissist. This is for those of you that are just done and like, I don't want to play this game anymore. If you are someone that is going through this, please know that I do offer one-to-one consultations. Please see the description box for more details. And guys, thank you so much for watching, and hopefully I'll catch you in another video. Goodbye.